Are you thinking your next trip, once all of this is over? Do you know what road are you taking? Well, you might want to Google it first, because there are roads in this world that are so dangerous, many people have decided to go back. This is Jack Olegario, and here are some top 10 most dangerous roads in the world. Number 10. Death Road in Bolivia. Officially known as Yungas Road, is a cycle route about 60 kilometers long, which links the city of La Paz and the Yungas region of Bolivia. It is estimated that around 25,000 people going in this road every year. It was constructed in the 1930s by Paraguayan prisoners during the Chaco War. The height of this road climbs up to 15,260 feet above sea level, at La Cumbre Pass. If you look off the side of the road, you are looking down at a 2,000-foot drop into the surrounding forest. Then, a continuous downward stretch in the direction of the Amazon rainforest. The road links La Paz with Coroico, a small town at the entrance of the Amazon rainforest. 200 to 300 cyclists have died in this road every year. So, if you are a thrill-seeking cyclist and wants to ride into his road, tour operators will not recommend it, they will just cross their fingers. Number 9. Jalalabad to Kabul. The Kabul-Jalalabad highway reaches a height of 1,200 meters above sea level. You can imagine how dramatic the mountain views would be from your seat, and how stomach-disturbing the view off the side of the road would be. Inexperienced drivers who are intending to visit Afghanistan should stay away from the Kabul-Jalalabad road. Kabul-Jalalabad is a highway with a length of about 60 kilometers, connecting the cities Kabul and Jalalabad. One wrong turn on this treacherous road could see you plummeting for hundreds of meters to what we can only assume would unfortunately be your death. In fact, due to these sheer drops and the reckless driving of others in the Kabul-Jalalabad highway, it is claimed that so many lives have been lost on this road that people have simply stopped counting. The route Kabul-Jalalabad is a continuous series of sharp turns and cliffs. Kabul-Jalalabad is a really challenging highway and is a nightmare in the wet or dark. It is not advisable for travelers and foreigners to take on this road, because there are many cases of kidnapping happened in this road. Car crashes are daily occurrences due to reckless driving. Moreover, the track is under the control of the Taliban anti-government armed groups. Police finds explosive devices on the side of the road. Many Westerner that travels this highway maintains a low profile to avoid the terrorist in this area. Instead of riding in SUVs, they used an old Toyota just to cross this highway. Everyone here knows about the terrible features of this road. So yeah, if you want to live a longer life, cross this road out when you are traveling in Afghanistan. Number 8. James Dalton Highway, Alaska, USA. The Dalton Highway is no ordinary highway. It is one of the most dangerous highways in the world, and was featured in the 2011 British television series World's Most Dangerous Roads. With no population along the way, it is probably also the loneliest. It has no cell phone coverage, no cafes, and despite the fact that it follows a pipeline conveying over 700,000 barrels of oil per day, there are only 3 gas stations along its 667 kilometers. You may need to bring extra batteries for your car and electronic storage for your devices and another supplies because 667 kilometers ride is no joke. This road is one of the most dangerous because of the gravel road and extreme Arctic weather. Number 7. The Karakoram Highway. The Karakoram Highway is said to be the highest paved international road in the world. It is the road to paradise, if you like exploring the mountains, that is. It is regarded as one of the world's hardest alpine climbs. Drive with care, as this is a mountain road with hairpin curves and dangerous hills. You might want to take this into consideration to having a good winch rope, if you have passengers that don't like heights. The road is mostly asphalted. It is a real challenging road and a true test of your vehicle and your stamina, because the road abounds in twists and turns with wheels sometimes hanging above the precipice. The highest paved international road on the planet does not come without its dangers. The road is extremely treacherous and requires a vehicle that can hold its own against some of the most unforgiving terrain in the world. Avalanches, heavy snowfalls and landslides can occur anytime and can sometimes block some sections of the road. Number 6. Guoliang Tunnel. Guoliang Tunnel is one of the most famous tunnels in the world. It is 1.2 kilometers long, 5 meters tall and 4 meters wide, located high in the Taihang Mountains of the Henan Province, China. It's one of the famous Chinese tunnel roads. Road requires monk-like focus to drive. Even one mistake, locals say, means big trouble in Little China. Nowadays, the tunnel is an extremely scenic route and is a key destination on the Chinese tourism map, as it became a tourist attraction when China opened its borders to international tourists. The tunnel is scary with 30 windows of various sizes and shapes, and it has been dubbed as the road that does not tolerate any mistakes. Most accidents in the tunnel are primarily caused by the neglect of the traveler. The tunnel, which sits 15 feet high and 12 feet wide, is only realistically enough for one-way traffic. Even with a smaller sedan, the road spares only a few feet on either side as you pass through the tunnel. Number 5. Zojila, India. Zojila is a high mountain pass at an elevation of 11,575 feet above the sea level. Located in the Kargil district of Ladakh, in India. This strip of rock is not the place for a Sunday drive. It is said to be one of the most treacherous passes in the world. The Zojila Pass is considered as one of the riskiest passes in this area. During and after a storm, the road may be impassable. Even with a four-wheel drive vehicle, it can easily get muddy if it rains, making it challenging to get through. The zone experiences high winds and heavy snowfall, which render it impassable for much of the winter. Even when the sun is shining, the roads are narrow, the drops are steep, and there is no barrier between you and the abyss. Number 4. The Skipper's Canyon Road. The Skipper's Canyon Road, located in the southwest of New Zealand's South Island, is today one of New Zealand's better-known scenic roads, and unbelievably scary, as it is totally narrow and different to maneuver your car. This gravel road with a length of 16.5 miles, carved by hand by miners over 140 years ago, and is made from a very narrow cut in the middle of a sheer cliff face. It is a road so dangerous that your rental car insurance will not be honored if you drive on it. The road was built during the Gold Rush, when a precarious pack track was the only access to Skipper's Township and the Upper Shotover diggings. Constructed between 1883 and 1890, the Skipper's Road was considered a major engineering feat in its day. Drive with care, as this is a mountain road with hairpin curves and dangerous drop-offs. In most places it is too narrow for vehicles to pass each other, there are no guardrails, and the drop-offs leave absolutely no room for error. Today, Skipper's Road is very much a tourist attraction. It is protected by the New Zealand Historic Places Trust since the 15th of December 2006 under the register number 7684. Although much of the road remains as it did in the 19th century, the topography, harsh climate, widening, and regular maintenance have led to the loss of some significant features, including some of its stone walls, famous features intended to prevent vehicles from toppling off the road. Number 3. Paso de los Libertadores. Chile and Argentina share more than 5,000 miles of border, most of them drawn on the imposing peaks of the Andes. With over 40 border crossings between the two countries spread over the mountains. The most spectacular and important is Paso de los Libertadores, also known as the Paso del Cristo Redentor. It's one of the most scenic drives in the world. Due to the unique location, and the climb elevation over thousands of feet above sea level, and passing through remote areas, it is important when driving in these conditions to be prepared. It is the most important step between the capital of Chile, Santiago, and the Mendoza region of Argentina. The Argentina side turns out to be a gentle ascent, up relaxed through rugged mountain scenery of the area until the hole in the tunnel entrance. Extreme patience and skill are the key, and the adrenaline rush and thin air make for a thrilling, if occasionally slow, driving experience. Wind can also slow things down, but conquer all that and you will be rewarded by magnificent views of the switchbacks below, and South America's highest peak, Aconcagua. Number 2. The Pass of Stelvio in Italy. Anyone who lives and breathes the thrill of driving should find the time to head on over to Italy, for a trip through the Stelvio Pass at one point in their lives. At 9,045 feet, it may not be the most dangerous road in the world, but it is the highest paved road in the Eastern Alps and may suit driving aficionados just fine for a holiday destination. Stelvio Pass is not all fun and games. There are many accidents caused by people who underestimate the difficulty of the zigzag road and overestimate the ability of their vehicles. This is especially true from the Prato and Bormio sides, where climbing is the most impressive and, at the same time, the most challenging. All this beauty comes at a price: your patience. Being one of the busiest roads in the world, Stelvio Pass will get that road rage flaring, but in the end, it will be worth it to cross it off your bucket list. So, prepare your passport, pack your bags, and give it a go. Number 1. Sichuan-Tibet Highway. Sichuan-Tibet Highway is part of China National Highway, which runs from Shanghai to Zhongmu on the China-Nepal border. Some people call it Road to Heaven. Accidents with fatal casualty were not rare during the stage of construction. It costs money and lives to finally pave roadway to connect Ridge of the World to the rest. The highway is not dangerous under the condition it has been well maintained, but in high-altitude environment, natural risks like landslide could happen. That is why you must be extra careful driving along this highway. Also, physical condition must be frequently monitored in case of altitude sickness. Other than these, I think it would be a pleasant journey with splendid view. Many hikers, bikers or group travelers have made their way through mountains exploiting this roadway. Lots of supply and rest posts have been established along the way. The majestic views that the Sichuan-Tibet Highway offers are more than enough to attract droves of tourists during the spring and summer seasons, which are the best periods to drive through this usually perilous road. There are plenty of great spots along the 2,000-kilometer drive, including misty mountain peaks and majestic rivers. So stay tuned for more stories. Watch these video for a moment. Thank you for listening in this episode. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video.